Welcome to Saturday Dawn Prayers, a virtual devotional meeting. Devotional meetings are occasions where any soul may enter, inhale the heavenly fragrances, experience the sweetness of prayer, meditate upon the creative word, be transported on the wings of the Spirit, and commune with the one beloved. I hope you enjoyed this week's program.
Ndodana yoqobo inhliziyo yakho ikhaya lami icwebisele ukwehla kwami umoya wakho uyindawo yami, sambulo uhlanzele ukuzibonakalisa Son of being, thy heart is my home. Sanctify it for my descent. Thy spirit is my place of revelation. Cleanse it for my manifestation.
Oh Dios, refresca y alegra mi espíritu. Purifica mi corazón y ilumina mis poderes. Dejo todos mis asuntos en tus manos. Tú eres mi guía y mi refugio. Oh Dios, ya no estaré triste ni afligido, sino un ser feliz y alegre. Oh Dios, ya no estaré lleno de ansiedad ni dejaré que las aflicciones me fatiguen, ni persistiré en las cosas desagradables de la vida. Oh Dios, tú eres más amigo mío que yo lo soy de mí mismo. Te me consagro, mi Señor.
It is not sufficient for a believer to merely accept and observe the teachings. He should, in addition, cultivate the sense of spirituality, which he can acquire chiefly by the means of prayer. The Baha'i faith, like all other divine religions, is thus fundamentally mystic in nature. Its chief goal is the development of the individual and society through the acquisition of spiritual virtues and powers. It is the soul of man that has first to be fed. And this spiritual nourishment, prayer can best provide. Shoghi Effendi.
Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea
And the sea,
and the island
and the island,
and the meadow. Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea
and the sea,
and the island
and the island,
and the meadow where mention of God hath been made and his praise glorified,
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 glorified, glorified.
Know thou of a certainty that love is the secret of God's holy dispensation, the manifestation of the all-merciful, the fountain of his spiritual outpourings. Love is heaven's kindly light, the Holy Spirit's eternal breath that vivifieth the human soul. Love is the cause of God's revelation unto man, the vital bond inherent in accordance with the divine creation in the realities of things. Love is the one means that ensures true felicity both in this world and the next. Love is the light that guideth in darkness, the living link that untieth God with man, that assureth the progress of every illumined soul. Love is the most great law that ruleth this mighty heavenly cycle, the unique power that bindeth together the diverse elements of this material world, the supreme magnetic force that directeth the movements of the spheres in the celestial realms. Love revealeth with unfailing and limitless powers the mysteries latent in the universe. Love is the spirit of life unto the adorned body of mankind, the establisher of true civilization in this mortal world, and the shedder of imperishable glory upon every high-aiming race and nation. Abdul Baha.
O Lord, provide for the speedy growth of the tree of thy divine unity. O Lord, provide for the speedy growth of the tree of thy divine unity. Water it then with the flowing waters of thy good pleasure, thy good pleasure, and cause it before as thou desirest, as thou desirest, thou desirest. O Lord, provide for the speedy growth of the tree of thy divine unity. O Lord, provide for the speedy growth of the tree of thy divine unity. Water it then with the flowing waters of thy good pleasure, thy good pleasure, and cause it before the revelations of thy divine assurance, thine assurance to yield such fruits as thou desirest, as thou desirest, thou desirest to yield such fruits as thou desirest, as thou desirest, thou desirest. O Lord, provide for the speedy growth of the tree.
Let not thy tongue pay lip service in praise of God, while thy heart be not attuned to the exalted summit of glory and the focal point of communion. Thus, if haply thou dost live in the day of resurrection, the mirror of thy heart will be set towards him who is the day star of truth. And no sooner will his light shine forth than the splendor thereof shall forthwith be reflected in thy heart. For he is the source of all goodness, and unto him revert all things. Shori Effendi.
O thou compassionate Lord, thou who art generous and able, we are servants of thine, sheltered beneath thy providence. Cast thy glance of favor upon us. Give light to our eyes, hearing to our ears, and understanding and love to our hearts. Render our souls joyous and happy through thy glad tidings. O Lord, point out to us the pathway of thy kingdom, and resuscitate all of us through the breath of the Holy Spirit. Bestow upon us life everlasting, and confer upon us never-ending honor. Unify mankind and illumine the world of humanity. May we all follow thy pathway, long for thy good pleasure, and seek the mysteries of thy kingdom. O God, unite us and connect our hearts with thy indissoluble bond. Verily, thou art the giver, thou art the kind one, and thou art the Almighty. Abdul Baha.
Make them to grow as beauteous plants in the garden of heaven, and from the full and brimming clouds of thy bestowals, and out of the deep pools
Thanks again for joining me for this week's program. As always, I'd like to thank Brian, Nason and Carmel, and Danny for sending in recordings for this week. This week's rendition of Blessed was performed by the Friends in Vancouver. And lastly, I'd like to thank Baha'i Blog Studio Sessions for providing a venue for Baha'i artists to come together and record their craft. If you'd like to know more about the Baha'i perspective, about how the betterment of the world can be accomplished, please send me a direct message or leave a comment below. Until next time, have a blessed week.